What's up, people? I'm Tangy Nacho, and welcome to my top 10 Overwatch League Gamertags. Unlike traditional sports, with esports you get to create your own name. And some of the players in the Overwatch League Season 2 have incredible tags that build hype and character just by existing. There are of course way more than 10 great gamertags in the league, so I wasn't able to include all my favorites in this top 10. That being said, this list is purely my opinion, and it's okay if you feel differently about these names. So before we start, let me know in the comments what your favorite player tag is, and then watch the video to see if they made the cut. To be clear, this list is not about the player's skill or personality at all, just the name they've chosen to go by in the Overwatch League. Alright, now let's jump into this. First up at number 10 from the Philadelphia Fusion, we have Carpe. Most people probably know of this word already from the common phrase Carpe Diem, meaning seize the day in Latin. I don't know how many days Carpe has been seizing, but in Overwatch he's a master at seizing objectives and laying siege on enemy backlines. Like the majority of this top 10, the name is a simple word that carries subliminal meaning while also sounding nice. And Carpe has the added bonus of being really close to a certain species of fish, allowing for some funny Twitch chat memes to hype him up. Next, at number 9 is a name that isn't exactly a word, Agilities. The LA Valiant DPS player took the word agility and made it plural, because one agility wasn't enough to describe his level of speed. Like, he's so fast he needs more than one agility. It makes the name feel slightly intimidating, but not too much that it scares you away. Overall, really solid name that simply rolls off the tongue. Agilities. Number 8 is another DPS player, this time from the the San Francisco Shock, Rascal. I obviously don't know him personally, but I have a feeling the name fits the player's personality in this case. That would explain why he's been moving teams so much. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. Every pro sports league needs a few rascals to shake things up and keep it interesting. This rascal gets away with making plays he shouldn't get away with because of his high level of skill, and I think it's a great name for a player like him. Our first newly signed player for Season 2 is Decay from the LA Gladiators. I'm not really sure why I like this one so much, I just do. And I think a lot of people in the community would agree. I guess it makes you think of watching the enemy team slowly decay and wither away. He doesn't rush things, just takes it slow and methodical. Plus, it's a super easy name to say, basically just 2 letters if you think about it. Decay. 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 I'm gonna get some hate in the comments for not putting this guy at number 1, but instead at number 6 we have another Gladiators player, Big Goose. I don't think I really have to explain why this name is fantastic. It's Big Goose. Like, it's just funny. And it fits because Big Goose is a pretty big guy, probably where he got the name, I guess. It gives a lighthearted feel to the games when you see a big goose running across the battlefield instead of all the serious names. If you're disappointed with this placement, look at the bright side. There's 5 more coming up that are even better. This next one isn't a word easily recognized by English speakers, and that's NYXL's Sabiobi. This name is awesome, and honestly, it could have made number 1 on a different day, but today I have it at number 5. First of all, it's a weird-ass word that somehow manages to be really easy to say, once you know how to say it, that is. And if you don't want to say the whole thing, you can just say SBB. But the most interesting part about this name is that it translates to Morning Star Rain. So, a meteor shower in the morning, I guess? Like, that's just epic. Number 4 doesn't have as much meaning behind it, but it's the Season 1 Finals MVP, Prophet, from the London Spitfire, of course. The name could be a little boosted because of his all-star performance last season, but I think I would like it just as much regardless. Prophet is all about the money, a trait he's shown us before in some of his interviews. But not only that, the name is a homonym for prophet, meaning someone who can predict the future. This is a great aesthetic for an Overwatch player, making it seem like he's always one step ahead of the enemy. And usually, that is the case with Prophet. Another new player in the league, number 3 is HacksAll from the Vancouver Titans, previously Runaway. This might be a bit of a stretch, but if you separate the 2 syllables, the name sounds like HacksAll? I don't know. But he definitely does hack them all, and I'm not talking about the Sombra kind. HacksAll is known for his insane Genji play, hacking away at his foes with his Dragon Blade. But the reason his name is in the top 3 is because it's pretty much a made up word but still manages to sound super cool and be easy to say. These top 2 were almost impossible to decide between. I went back and forth too many times to count, but in the end, SureFour from the LA Gladiators took number 2. That's 3 players out of 10 from the Gladiators and 4 from LA. Not too shabby, and neither is the name SureFour. This one is so great because of the way he came about it. For those who don't know, SureFour and his father were struggling to come up with an Xbox Live username and eventually decided on this one, which was randomly generated. 2 4-letter words put together never sounded quite as good. Reminds me of the way Post Malone got his name, using a random rap name generator online. And finally, at number 1 is a player I'm so glad got picked up by an expansion team, the Paris Eternal. And no, it's not soon, it's ShadowBurn. I can see how some people might argue this name is trying a little too hard to sound edgy, but I tend to disagree. I think it's the perfect amount of edginess, combining 2 cool sounding words to make a name that sounds even cooler. How do you burn shadows? Well, you can't, but ShadowBurn manages to pull it off. He does the impossible, and that's why he's number 1. Plus, similar to Sabiobi, you can abbreviate his name to SDB if you want. ShadowBurn rolls off the tongue and is a name that I see living on throughout the years of the Overwatch League. And that does it for this top 10. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed the video, then please give it a like and subscribe to become a member of the Tang Gang. Hit the bell icon and follow me on Twitter at TangyNacho to never miss an upload. Check out my old videos if you haven't already, share them with your friends, and until we meet again, later people!